Content disclaimer: the views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed.
Wagwan people, wagwan people, wagwan people. Wagwan people, wagwan people. Yes. I'm up for it today. Gotta throw my little Jamaican candle. I don't know it. Lord of mercy, I love all of the girls. Keep them shine and free. And if Lord of mercy, one of my tariffs said, protect the black woman because they the only means of reproduction. Protect the black woman because they the only means of reproduction. Protect the black woman, protect. That is the duty of a man. No respect the actual foundation because the beauty of a woman is procreation. You better to preserve your black children. If you diss the black woman, you diss the nation. If you don't protect the woman, you're not a real man. Back in the day, baby, we used to have it going on. Lord of mercy. Lord of mercy. Lord, listen me, mind your mind. How we feeling today? Let me give myself a well-deserved round of applause. Stop playing. What up, though? What up, though? Let me straighten out my hat. Stop playing. Yo, wanna be a real Jamaican? I want it. Bumbo. What's up, family? What's up? How y'all doing today? How y'all doing? Oh yeah, I'm feeling good. You know, I woke up good this morning. I feel good this morning. Remember, spread love, up, yes, spread love, up. What I'm saying now, spread love, up. What you talking about? Spread love, up. Hey, that's why PayPal and Cash App is here. All right, family, y'all know the deal. Y'all broadcasting on Instagram, we're broadcasting on Twitter X, we're broadcasting on Facebook, we're broadcasting on my YouTube channels. We're doing it all. We're here. And y'all know the program. Y'all know what y'all supposed to do. Let me program this into y'all head right now. Please like, subscribe, share, and comment. Respectfully comment. Don't come with no bull crap. I will delete you and keep it moving. So I'm scroll that on the bottom. Of course, today's beautiful topic is how y'all feeling? Beautiful topic is mind your mind. A numerovational perspective of saying mind your mind. There is a difference. There is a difference. Instagram, how y'all feeling? If y'all can hear me clearly, put the number 1 in the chat. If y'all can hear me clearly, put the number 1 in the Chizat, family. If y'all can hear me clearly, put the number 1 in the Chizat. All right? Put the number 1 in the Chizat today. All right, good. Let me straighten this out. I got to make sure everything is good. Big up to Billy and Elizabeth Carson. They called me earlier this morning. And y'all know the premiere is coming right to Atlanta on the 18th. So make sure you go to that website, Forbidden Knowledge TV website, and get those premiere tickets. Your brother's going to be there and a whole host of celebrities. We're going to be there in Atlanta, Georgia. On the 18th. You know I'm part of the team, so that's what we do. On the 18th of May, we will be in the premiere of the Anunnaki biopic or documentary that Brother Billy Carson and the whole Forbidden Knowledge family is producing. So it's going to be right here in Atlanta, Georgia. Let's get some of those commercials out the way, all right? And also, if you're in Brooklyn, New York, boom, shakalaka laka, boom. On the 3rd and 4th of May, remember Professor Bill McLeod's 80th birthday celebration in Brooklyn for all you martial arts enthusiasts and all that. If you're into the martial arts for many years, all types of grandmasters from all many different systems are going to be in the building. Remember, Wednesday, we're going to be doing our thing later on. Myself and beautiful Kerry Ann Ingram. We're supposed to be talking later on right here on Wednesday. May the 1st, May Day. Today is May Day, family. May Day. May I say it's May Day. May I say it's May Day. And today, universally, adds up to a number 5. Universal Day. When you add it all together, it adds up to a number 5 Universal Day today. So we're going to have a good time. In Nicholas, Brooklyn, remember, Infundishi will be in Nicholas, Brooklyn on the 11th of May. Remember, the title Infundishi is a title. So there's about 4, I believe, Infundishis. And this is Infundishi Jehutima. So he will be there speaking on ancient Kush, the parents of ancient Kemet at Nicholas, Brooklyn, 1396 Fulton Street in Brooklyn, New York. And just confirmed, sooking now. Got Baba Phil Valentine coming in hardcore this time. Look at his face. He's even angry. He's even upset. We're going to bring him in. He's going to be speaking on my channel through a private link. Am I going to make it private? Yeah, no, I'm not going to make it private. It's going to be nice. Can natural men and women survive in the age of Aquarius? The misnomer age of Aquarius. Dr. Philip Valentine with special guests, co-host Dr. Angela Moulton. Oh yeah, we're going to have the AM in the building. Dr. Angela will be here. And that's happening Sunday, May the 19th at 8 p.m. Malcolm X's birthday, of course. The Malcolm X Festival is going to be in town that weekend. Billy Carson and the whole documentary is going to be in town. I'm telling them to send me a flyer. They got to send me a flyer so I can shout out that premiere, or just go to their website, the Forbidden Knowledge TV.com or forbiddenknowledge.com. But on May the 19th, after the premiere with Billy Carson and the crew, boom, we got Dr. Phil Valentine live on King Simon Presents. This topic is going to be a rough one. Both of our faces are upset because we want to survive. Original man and woman, natural man and woman want to survive in the age of Aquarius, which is going to last for 2,100 years. We want to survive. Natural men and women, because they're trying to make all kinds of different stuff going on. So Dr. Phil is going to be in the building, hardcore, as he should.
not giving, and he is not holding back anything. He might even drop a few cuss words. It is what it is. That's just Dr. Phil Valentine. And in October, y'all need to get your early bird tickets in July. It starts first, July 1st starts the early bird tickets. More than likely, I will be in New York in July 1st through the 4th for the African Arts Festival, International African Arts Festival. I more than likely will be in New York hanging out. But that's when we're going to start releasing the very early tickets for both days. That goes on sale July the 1st through my Linktree /King Simon, the Numerovator. Remember, Dick Gregory tribute. We got special guests passing through like Dr. B. Sirius, Brother Rich, Red Pill, Blue Pill, whole host of people to tribute. And the featured will be Dr. Dick Gregory's nephew, Mark Gregory, the comedian. We need to laugh. And I want him to, and he makes jokes about conscious people and the conscious. He made jokes about Dr. Save. He made jokes about his own uncle. He got no problem making jokes about anybody. You know what I'm saying? We just have to be open to it, and our minds have to be open to it also. Okay? So good. Let me go to the chat. I didn't even go to the chat to see what's happening in the chat. People are just saying what I have to say, and boom, 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 bap, boom, 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 bap. Let's see who's in the building. I see a lot of people in the building. Okay, I see y'all in Instagram world. Instagram world. I see y'all. I see all of y'all in Instagram world. Let's see who's on the chat in what you call it in. Let me see. Okay, Cheryl Lee is in the building. 11 cents is in the building. King is in the building. Williams in the building. Gwendolyn is in the building. Of course. Let me see who else. Sharon is in the building. Babalos Music in the building. And Astro Anthony is in the building. T. Bush is in the building. People are in the building. Please like, subscribe, and share. Please like, subscribe, and share this moment in time. Also, remember, you can circulate your appreciation via cash, PayPal, and Cash App. Spread love. Okay. Let's get into the topic. All right. I like to keep things mellow and keep things motivated, numerovated in multiple ways. Again, welcome live from the mathematical universe. King Simon presents only quality people, but also King Simon presents the numerovational perspective. So we got the numbers in the background. We did mine, your mind in the background here. So it's very important. It's not a rebroadcast. Your radio is not any disruption going on in your radio. It's all good. All right. So first of all, I want to go into my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, a numerovational guide to recognizing mental instability and staying motivated. And on page 45 of my book, the top quote that I have in that phase, and it's phase 4 of my book. It's not chapter. Don't say chapter. It's phase, because I'm phasing in and phasing out of different chapters. So I call it phase 4, maintaining mental stability through numbers. That is the name of that particular phase, or what you may call a chapter. And on top of that page, I put a quote on the page by Dr. Arthur A. Fletcher. Those who don't know who Dr. Arthur A. Fletcher was, he was the one of the directors of the United Negro College Funds. And he is the one that coined the statement, "A mind is a terrible thing to waste." Very important. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. We say that one more time for the people in the back of the mathematical universe. A mind is a terrible thing to waste. So thus, your brother decided to do something like this. This came to my mind the other day. Mine your mind. Mine your mind. And I'm going to share screen real quick. Mine your mind. The meaning of mind. And they got various meanings.
Mine. mine, mine, mine,
Your mind. So I have some assistants that's helping me out here today. Mind, your mind. And let's go to the definition online dictionary meaning of mind. Now, they got various meanings, of course. You know how that works. But when you go to the meaning, one of the first meaning of mind is number one, an excavation in the earth for extracting coal or other minerals, an abundant source of something. The second one is a type of bomb placed on or just below the surface of the ground or in the waters that detonates when disturbed by a person, vehicle, or ship. Mine. The verb, those two was the noun. The verb, obtain coal or other material from a mine. Dig or burrow in the earth. Delve into an abundant source to extract something of value, especially information and skills. So I like that particular meaning right there. That's the one I want. That's the one I want. I like that meaning. All the other meanings are significant of whatever perspective you put it in. But I like that one. Delve into an abundant source to extract something of value, especially information or skills. The other one is obtain units of a cryptocurrency by running a computer process to solve specific mathematical problems. 3, lay explosive mines on or just above the surface or ground or water. Destroyed by means of an explosive mine. And of course, the origin of it came from Old French, mine, noun, miner, perhaps of Celtic origin, compared with Welsh or an earlier mine. Then it goes on to say, what does all mine mean? What does the honor is all mine mean? Now that's going into something else, so I'm not going to go there with that. I thought it was going to give me something of something significant. But it's very important to know that people mine things to excavate something that they feel that are precious, something natural minerals, something to go under the ground to extract something. So your mind is really about excavating something that's within your thoughts and in your mind to bring something of value out of it. So mine your mind is the topic for today from that particular perspective. If you understand what I'm saying, please put a number 1 in the chat. This is not hocus pocus. I'm going into dictionary meanings for a particular reason. I'm going into a meaning. And because one of the meanings that we just spoke of is what I'm going to put on the board, delve into an abundant source to extract something of value, especially information or skill. Mine. That's what it means. Your mind. So I want to also bring up the word mind. If you don't mind, I will bring up that word and share screen before I get into the mathematical meaning. Again, remember what Dr. Arthur Fletcher said. He was born December 22nd. Note the number. Note the number. Let me start sounding like David Chappelle. Note the number. December 22nd, 1924. He transitioned July 12th, 2005. Note the mathematics. Somebody who coined a mind is a terrible thing to waste. The same. Somebody born under a mental number, 2 + 2 is 4. And in my book, 4 is one of the mental numbers in numerology. Mind, the mind. And then he says, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. Born under a mental health number itself, born under a mental number itself. This man quotes and coins that saying. Just want to make notes. Now, let's go to the word mind definition. There's definitions of the word mind. Hold on one second. Let me take that off the board and let me put this back up while I make my transition into my next screen share of the word mind. Yes. And they have a lot of meanings. And let's go into it right now. Let's see.
Mind. Mind.
What a nice voice she has.
Mind.
Mind your business. It is what it is. Let's go into that. Beautiful. This is the online Merriam-Webster dictionary. Now, what they're saying here, it says the elements of complex or of elements in an individual that feels, perceives, thinks, wills, and especially reason. That's A. The conscious mental events and capabilities in an organism. That's B. The organized conscious and unconscious adaptive mental activity in an organism. That's C. Now, dealing with intentions and desires, the normal or healthy condition of the mental faculty. Opinions, views, disposition, mood. 7, a person or group embodying mental qualities. Mind your mind. B, intellectual ability. There's a lot of meanings in this word, mind. A conscious substratum of or factor in the universe. Oh, that one is a good one, Batman. Wow. Okay. So you got a lot of meanings. Which one do I want to take? Let me see. Conscious mental event and capability in an organism, an organized conscious and unconscious adaptive mind activity in an organism, a normal or healthy condition of a mental. Let me see which one I want to take. Person or group embodying mental qualities. I like that word. I like that one. Number 7. I like that one right there. I think I like that one. I like that one. I like that. I don't know if you like it, but I like it. You know what I'm saying? Intellectual abilities, all of that. But there's an important why I'm looking at all these meanings are right from their different perspectives. I want you to make sure, because it is a complex element of an individual that feels or perceives or thinks or wills, and especially reasons. It's all a part of that. Conscious mental events, capabilities in an organism, and organized consciousness and unconscious adaptive mental activity of an organism. Of course, all of it means what it means. But I want to stay focused. Personally, I want to stay focused. It's very important for me to stay focused, especially now that I'm in the month that I'm in right now. I'm in a personal frequency month right now. Because I'm in a number 11 year cycle, when you add 11 plus the number 5 equals 16, which is a 7. So I am now in a planning, or I plan to fail cycle. I have to plan and do what I do. So all this is about what I'm doing now. It's very important what I'm doing very now, how I'm delivering this message. It's about the plan or our plan to fail. And the number 7 is the number of research, spiritual insight, and the law of attraction. So what I put out in this particular month, I have to contemplate it. I have to have a certain introspection about it. I have to internalize it. Then I have to present it to the people
in order for y'all to receive it. I hope that makes sense, because I'm in a 7 personal month when I added my universal personal year that I'm in now since my birthday on February the 1st, which adds up to a number 11, because that 2 plus 3 plus the number 8, 2024 adds up to 8, which is 11. So I'm in an 11-year cycle, which can equate to a number 2, because 1 plus 1 equals 2. But when I add that personal year that I'm in with the personal month, or the month that we're in or just entered today, this morning, I'm in a number 11 plus that 5 equals 16. 1 plus 6 equals 7. I'm in a 7 personal year cycle now. 7 personal month cycle right now. So I have to mind my mind. Because remember, in my book, Numerovation for Mental Stability, number 7 is one of the primary numbers of mental health. It's in my book. 4, 7, 8, 5, and 3. 5 and 3 are the lesser of the 5 numbers that are considered or connected from my perspective, my research, and my cross references to be part of the mental health number sequences. Get it on my book, though, Amazon. So I hope everybody understand why I'm doing it the way I'm doing it. It's really, this is a teaching moment for me. You know what I'm saying? Teaching moment for me. And it allows me to dig deeper into who I am, because I'm not only in an 11 personal year cycle, but I'm also now, I'm in this, I've been in a crossroads cycle for these couple months, and I've been crossing the road. And then, of course, getting the call from Elizabeth and Billy, Law of Attraction now, attracting to be part of that premiere on the 18th of May. It's May 1st. I'm already in it. And 7 is the law of attraction number. Let's say that again. 7 is the law of attraction number. So when you're born under the number 7, 16th or 25th of the month, or if your life path is a 7, or all your names, your middle, your first, your last name adds up to a number 7, it's just an indication that you can use the 7 energy as a law of attraction frequency to be guided or allow it to guide you. And because 7, from my studies, is a mental health number, one of the mental health numbers that can go either way. It could be good mental health or negative mental health, depending on what you want to attract in your life. It's totally up to you. And I was just listening to the great Zig Ziglar, born November the 6th. And Zig Ziglar, before I came on, I was listening to Zig Ziglar. He said, if you want to change your life, you got to change your mind. You got to change your mindset. And I just quoted to you from, in my book on page 45 from Dr. Arthur Fletcher, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. And the word mind, one of the meanings is delve into an abundant source to extract something of value, especially information or skill. And the word mind, a person or group embodying mental qualities. So this is very important for those people that have or may be in their right mind. I might have to break that down one day. Being in your right mind. And also being aware of your left mind and how to balance your left brain and your right brain, because if you mold them together, they become something that can be very significant of helping you to manifest more things and downloading and uploading more things necessary for you in this realm. Because
numbers and astrology and numerology and all this stuff came through us to guide us, to remind us, to realign us, to reassign us sometimes. And sometimes as a child, we don't get it, but there are some anomalies as children that are getting it. There are some anomalies out there that has gotten it in history and became child prodigies and child phenoms and young phenoms and all that kind of stuff. There's some people that got it from young. And then there's some people that have to go through the process, the development cycle in numerology, the power cycle in numerology, the wisdom cycle in numerology, and the reflective cycle. In my book, I talk about each one of those cycles meaning something. Development cycle from 0 to 28, from 28 to 56. You're in your power cycle from 56 to maybe 70 something to 80 something years. You're in your reflective cycle, your wisdom cycle, and from 80 something till your death, you're in your reflective cycle. It's in my book. I talk about it and what they mean to you if you use it appropriately and are willing to unpack the cycles, patterns, and sequences of your own life while you're in particular. And you could be going through a multitude of cycles within 1 year. That part. Because all of the numbers that are coming through you, because all the numbers come through all of us. 1 through 9, 1 through 100, 11, 11, 12, 12, 99, 99. All of us go through. It's how you use it when you identify it. So you got to mind your mind, because you got to be willing to be open to receive the information that's coming. Because if you're not open to receive the information that's coming, there will be a problem. And maybe that problem that you undergo is a lesson that you had to go through. Relationship-wise, business-wise, and otherwise. Put a number 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Put a number 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. Put a number 1 in the chat if you understand what I'm saying. I'm going to take a real commercial break. I forgot to go use the bathroom. I'm going to take a little wee break. All right. But I'm going to be right back after this commercial. So don't go nowhere. I ain't finished. I'm just starting now. I'm just on it. I'll be right back. Hey, this is King Simon. Remember, make sure you go to my website, KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com, or Linktree at King Simon the Numerovational. Get all 4 of my books, and of course, that's the Numerovation for Mental Stability. Numbers are simple, people are complicated. Numbers are simple, children's health is important, and no promotion is bad promotion. Just spell my name right. Make sure you get them now on all my links. That's KingSimonProductions.wordpress.com. Go now. That's right. I am black, and I'm black, and I'm blackity black. I am black again. I am blackity black. What's up, family? I'm back again. Yeah. That was quick, right? That was a quick break. You know what I'm saying? Yes. Thank y'all very much. All the people that's still here. Thank you. Please like, subscribe, and share. Family, please like, subscribe, and share. Please like and subscribe and share. Please like and subscribe. Big up to Carrie Ann Ingram. I know she's in the chat from out of TO tonight. We'll be on later on tonight. We're going to talk about her trip to Jamaica and her connection with Paula Herlock for the first time. We got to talk about that, Carrie Ann. I know Paula is a beautiful lady. Yes. Beautiful lady. So getting back to the subject of the importance of mining your mind, or mind your mind. I could have said mining your mind, because at the end of the day, remember the word mind, the first meaning that I put up there, delve into an abundant source
to extract something of value, especially information or skills. So our mind has to be minded or mining. You have to mine your mind because you want to be able to extract something of value, something the uploads and the downloads. You know, Erica Badu used to say uploads and download because sometimes it's uploading from your inner spirit, your inner guide, your inner ancestral bloodline. And because the word mind is a person or group embodying mental qualities, what quality of information are you putting in your head? So you can be able to extract it at any given time. That's why I love when Dr. Phil Valentine goes on, because he's read over 3,500 books in his lifetime and probably more. I mean, Cat Williams said he read a certain amount too. That's like that. I mean, it is what it is. I know people can do that. But it depends on what you are putting in your mind, M-I-N-D, so we can extract the values, especially information or skill at any given time. So when Phil Valentine says he answers questions and don't even know where it's coming from, it's because of his experience, his reading, his cross references, his willingness to study, to keep what he minded in his mentality, to be able to extract from it when it's time and pull it out. And all of us have the capacity to do the same thing. I've read so many numerology books and studied so many different aspects of numerology that sometimes I don't know where it's coming from, but I know I'm also being guided by the energetic blood ancestry inside me too, because it just comes. To even want to do things like this, sayings and slogans and words where people are always focusing on themselves and their birthday and all that. But it's the words that we say that can cause either emotional, spiritual, physical, and mental complication, as well as emotional, spiritual, physical, and mental healing. Because all of us in this planet are healing from something, even the newborn coming through the womb. Dr. Shakira looks into a child's eye and can see some of the health issues that they might attract along their journey because of their past, because of their mommy and their daddy, and their mommy and their daddy, and their mommy and their daddy, and their mommy and their daddy. It goes back, and that's why the eyes are the window to the soul and windows to your health. That's why it's important that y'all do iridology readings and sessions with people like Dr. Shakira Moore, or people like Dr. Karima King, or people that does it. Dr. Africa was my main one. Anuket, Brother Polite's former wife, was one of my main ones. That every time both of them, all of them look into my eyes, they see basically same things or certain things that's clearing up in my system and all that kind of stuff. So I had to work on it and work on it and work on it. And then numbers reveal certain things too, because if you have a certain amount of numbers in your chart, in your numerical scope, whether it's your name, your birthday, or whatever you're saying constantly over and over. So if you're constantly saying the word nigga or negro and all that, then that vibration of that word or name becomes a part of you, and the negative part of it will become a part of you also. And the positive part of it will become a part of you, depending on the word, sound, and powers and slurred sound play that you're doing to yourself. So your mind is very important, because even the word mind, your mind adds up to a number 34 in the Pythagorean system and a number 18 in the Chaldean system, two intuitive numbers that was telling you the vibration of your mind is to be paying attention to your intuition, because number 7 is an intuitive number and number 9 is an intuitive number from two different perspectives. So mind your mind. Mind your mind. Delve into an abundant source to extract something of value, especially information and a person or group embodying mental qualities. But what are the quality of information, like I said, are you putting in? Because the mind is like a sponge. And if you're not putting the right water and you're putting dirty water in your sponge, then what you squeeze out of the sponge will not be of quality. Maybe not to you, because most people won't drink dirty water unless you have a filter. And that's what the filter is for. Big up to Katahdin and big up to Life Straw. I have all those things in my equipment and storage. So I understand the importance of it. I understand. Hey, big up Jason. What's up, Jason? Thank you, man. Yeah. One day, when you're ready, Jason. So it's important. So it's important to mind your mind. And what's so interesting about mind your mind, I'm not even breaking down the individual, but going straight to the complete expression of it. Because when you add up all the letters and the numbers connected to the words or the saying up here, it adds up to 34. And in his book, 34 is equivalent to the number 25. As he says, 34 has the same meaning of the number 25, which is next to in its own series of compound number. 25, if you read my book or read his book, but in my book, Numerovational for Mental Stability, the number 25 is a symbol. Because remember, all these letters and words are symbolism, and we learn through symbolism, trauma, and repetition. So 25 in my book, I say on page 72 in my book, Numerovational for Mental Stability, the number 25 is a symbol of strength. Mind your mind. Experience. Mind your mind. Observation. Mind your mind. You have to observe. You have to develop experience. You have to develop strength through minding your mind. Because like I said in my book, and quote Dr. Arthur Fletcher, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. They used to say it real slow, real cool too. The mind, a mind is a terrible thing to waste. This is for the United Negro College Funds. And I've been to one of the shows where Lou Rawls performed back in the day. Remember, Lou Rawls was one of the main components and the main sponsor for the United Negro Concert Fund. And he was one of the main spokesperson back in the day. I went to one of the events because I was on radio and they invited me and I was there. Boom, boom, boom. I had VIP and all that kind of stuff. You're welcome, Lynn. So it's important that we mind our mind. And if you have children and grandchildren, babies, and they have to learn to mind their mind. And sometimes they get it later on in life. Like not really. I didn't get it later on in life. Matter of fact, I started getting into consciousness because of what my parents and my family was putting in me. They was listening to certain songs that was certain information. Because remember what the word mind means. Mine, not mine, means delve into an abundant source to extract something of value, especially information or skill. So when they was playing certain reggae music from Bob Marley and Burning Spear and Marcia Griffith and Sister Carol is a little younger than them, Mama Nancy and all these conscious stuff, this information was going into my mind as a child. When you hear people like Burning Spear, do you remember the days of slavery? Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na. I was a child listening to this. Marcus Garvey, singing about Marcus Garvey. So Marcus Garvey's energy started coming into me from a baby. I was training with my cousin, watching my mother and father play this music as a child. So whatever information and valuable information that was being poured into me, it started coming back out of me as I started coming, because I started to remember, and you start getting your little reminders while you're going through life about doing for self, Marcus Garvey. So that led me to the 5% Nation. Then it led me to the Ansarullah community. Then it led me to the Nation of Islam, getting confirmation from what the 5% Nation taught me. Doing for self. Then I read opinions and philosophies of Marcus Garvey. Then, oh my goodness, showing you about the importance of the embodiment of mental qualities dealing with personal group. My grandfather
at the age of 90, 89 or 90, told me that he was a friend of Marcus Garvey and he was a part of the UNIA, which my mother never told me about. None of my aunts and my mothers told me about their father's affiliation with them because they wasn't born yet, I don't think. And then, so it just showed me why I gravitated to Garvey from young, because my grandfather was already a friend of this man. My grandfather transitioned at 103 years. He was 103 when he transitioned. And my grandfather sang the song that they used to sing around the prison while Garvey was there, while Garvey was in the prison. My grandfather sang the song about the releasing of Garvey and this good man. I can't remember the song. I recorded the song, but I can't find a cassette that I recorded it on. Because I recorded my grandfather twice in his life. Around the dinner table in Canada, I recorded all my cousins and family and my grandfather and everybody that was there, Uncle Garvey and all that. Then around in Jamaica, I sat down and did a real in-depth interview with my grandfather, who transitioned probably 4 or 5 years after that. No, he transitioned probably 10 years after that, because I did the interview and I gave the family members, because I couldn't travel to Jamaica. Passport was revoked and pulled in, so I couldn't travel to Jamaica for the funeral. And I made sure I burnt it to a CD. I had my cousin Brandon record, the son of Michael record, and Verena record. Those in Jamaica would know who Michael record was. Michael record is. He's a writer for the Gleaner newspaper to this, my uncle Michael. So I had him burn it to a CD and send it with my family to Jamaica so they can listen to his voice and what he was saying about the family. Information, mental qualities, embodiment, but this is passed down from generation to generation. That's why you got to talk to your grandparents, talk to your aunties, talk to your uncles, extract something of value, especially informational skills from them, because we innately do it. I have a cousin that's a midwife, and my aunt, her mother's mother, my grand aunt, her mother's mother was a midwife. There's an extraction going on, being passed down from generation to generation through your DNA and RNA in your blood. Pay attention to it. It's there for a reason. But if you don't ask the question so it can stimulate and bring that DNA explosion to you, to say, oh, this is in my blood, I should be doing this. I'm not a promoter because I just jumped up to be a promoter. My daddy was a promoter. My cousin took over his promotional nightclub and tried to form a little lounge after my daddy moved on without doing that. And then I took it to another level, got on radio, got on major stages. They was just playing the music. I got to meet some of these artists. I got to book some of these artists that my daddy used to play, what my cousin used to play, because it's in the bloodline for me to promote. And I had to delve into that abundant source in my bloodline, which each and every one of you can do. Let me say that again. If the word mine means delve into abundant source to extract something of value, especially informational skill, then all of us have it if we delve mind. The mind of our minds, your mind, but also the minds of your mother and your father and your great-grandfather, your great-grandfather, your great-grandmother, your great-grand, all of them, you have a piece of that you can extract, that source, that abundant source you have, because it's all energy. Energy. It's all energy. So, the number 18 that the words mind, your mind adds up to in the Chaldean system, which is the oldest of the two systems. In my book, I talk about the number 18 very candidly, very respectfully. It is the spiritual side. It's the symbol of the material side striving to destroy the spiritual side of nature. It's in my book, page 69.
Number 18 is the symbol of the material side striving to destroy the spiritual side of nature. In certain older studies, it is sometimes known as a karmic number. Now, let me say this. The consensus is that there's only the number 13, the number 14, the number 16, and the number 19 are the main karmic numbers, according to the consensus. From my perspective, and there's somebody else that I researched that also came up with that same perspective. So, and I really recognize that 18 can also be a karmic number, only because the 1 and 8 are challenging numbers. From my perspective, the 1 and 8 are challenging numbers to each other. It's like fire and earth. You got 8. 1 is a fire number. Earth is a 1 is a fire number. 8 is an earth number. So in my book, I talk about the number 18. The words mine, your mind, adds up to 18, which is a 9. I go on to say that it is sometimes known as a karmic number, and it indicates the exploration of secret realms. This is in my book, Motivation for Mental Stability. The exploration, exploring the secret realms. Secret realms of what? The mind. Because your mind has secret components, and sometimes we compartmentalize our past, present, and what might happen into our future, but it has secret realms that we can enter if we're willing to open up the doors. So the number 18 is revealing and telling me from a mathematical perspective that, your mind is the exploration of secret realms. And it says, look what I say in my book, Numerovational for Mental Stability. And if you want to order it, go to Amazon, order it, or go to my link tree. I'm showing you how to read these books. It's not just for you, but it's for what the world that you're living in, and what numbers are connected to even the sayings that you say and the words that you say. Let the words of my mouth and the meditation of my heart be respectful. Oh, far right. It's an old biblical saying that a lot of Rastas used to sing. So I go on to say that journey is not without dangers, and is a warning that the path should be attempted only by those who have come to the next initiation of life. So your mind is connected to that 18, which says it does not come without danger. Because sometimes our mind can fool us, or sometimes people outside of us are trying to fool our mind with bull crap. That's why I tell people the 3 major words connected to mental health: movie, music, and media. And they use that to corrupt our mind, because the main numbers connected to the word movie, music, and media is the number 4, because it leads with the M, which is a mental health number in my book. One of the primary mental health numbers in my book is the letter M. And remember, the letter M in the Pythagorean system is what? The number 13. We know 13 can be a very highly powerful number and a very destructive number. No, matter of fact, yes, the number 13. That's why it's a number 4. 1 plus 3 equals 4. But M is the 13th letter. Woo! You gonna get into Gematria? No, I ain't going there. I'm not gonna go there. I want to scare none of y'all. That's why I don't do too much of Gematria. Give that to Blue Pill. Give that to my Kabbalah God, my man A.A. Rashid. They gonna go there, you go there. Go there. But it is a number of power, and I wrote that in my book, number 13, which is the letter M, is the number of power and dominion. And if you don't use it correctly, media, mind,
Mind, music, if you don't use, because remember, like I said, the first letter in your name is the initiation number of what the word or your name means. So already that's the initiation of the word mind or media or music. So the lead number is the lead letter in any name or any word is very important because it helps to describe and helps you to initiate the understanding and understanding of that word. I'm just saying. Through my studies, that's what I found in every significant word that I've used or what I've read in the dictionary. And it goes to show me that the lexicon writers of dictionaries and different dictionaries from Merriam-Webster and all these other dictionaries, they study these numbers. They study numbers. They got an advisory team also that understands Kabbalah and understands Gematria, not only for the English language, but for the Hebrew, the Arabic, the Amharic, the Amharic, all of it. They're not fooling somebody that's willing to dig deep. You know, people that are just coming in, I'm not engaging in any names right now. No. When you're ready to do a session with me, please book a session. This is a lesson, a class to help you get through and understand how to do it for yourself if you have to. But if you're open to it and you're serious, boom, there it is. Text me your full name and date of birth, 347-496-1022. Some people are just getting in, so they putting up and they're just throwing all kind of comments on there. Do my name, do my birthday, do that. No, this is not that type of class. Not today. I'll do it probably another time. I'll have people and donate and just, I do that sometimes. There it is. I usually do that sometimes. There it is. Ask a question, receive a numerical answer, what Simon says, and circulate donation driven. It's going to be, but this is not today. This is not today. I'm not doing that today. So forgive me if you felt that I needed to do that. No, I'm focusing on something of a saying that people use, mind your mind. You have to be willing to mind your mind. You have to be willing to mind your mind. Protect what is most precious. And when I see people, when I have clients that have names that add up to 4, 7, 8, 5, or 3, I always tell them to treat their mind like a precious garden, because the word mind alone adds up to a master number 22. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Go figure. Mind is connected to the 4 energy, which is one of the primary numbers. Prime numbers for mental health, whether positive or negative. Every time I study celebrities and people born under those numbers, they went through some type of mental health, depression, all of that. It's in my book about people like Kerry Washington, who's born the 31st of January. People like Judge Lynn Toler, who's born the 25th of the month. People like Robin Williams, born the 21st of the month. 2 plus 1 equals 3. People taking their life in those cycles, the monthly cycle, the yearly cycles, people taking their life. Every time I did research, every time I did I did not miss a beat. And I put some of it in my book. It's in there. Even what Lowell Hawthorne was going through. One of my relatives, a second or distant cousin in my family, because his family came to my funeral for my Aunt G, Aunt Gloria. Lowell Hawthorne, those who don't know Lowell Hawthorne, every time you walk into a golden crust, you walk into a brainchild of Mr. Lowell Hawthorne, the owner, the proprietor of that the late great, because he passed on. They said he killed himself. But he was in one of those cycles. It's one of my cousins. He's a second or third cousin on my mother's side. But he was in one of those cycles when he did it. 4, 7, 8, 5, or 3. He was in one of those cycles. I'm just showing you.
This thing is real. This thing is real. This thing is real. So again, that number 18, that, because we did 34, which equates to what it is and what it means in a compound numerology system. The number 18 in tarot is called the moon. So mind your mind adds up to an 18, which is reflective of the moon, and it can depict deception or unforeseen perils. However, I'm reading from my book. However, many concealed things are to be learned even by those who are already advanced on the path. The number 18 also reflects that the developing soul must hold tight to the spiritual powers that is the sustainer of all things. You got to hold tight. If you're going to mind your mind, you got to hold tight to the spiritual powers that you have, the energetic spiritual powers that you have and you're working with. You got to hold tight to it. You got to use these different modalities, so to speak. And like I put in my book, Numerovational for Mental Stability, you got to use the various armors of God. I don't care if you're in any religion. Everybody in any religion has to mind their mind. That's why they keep on inundating you with the spiritual concept and the lessons of the Bible, the Quran, the Tao. Whatever you're doing, they're trying to help you mind your mind, so you don't slipping into darkness. They don't want you to slip into darkness. They don't want you to slip into darkness. That's why they constantly teach to you about the Holy Quran and giving you the Fatiha and Yasin and the Surah of the Cow and breaking down the Kul Huwa Allahu Ahad, Allahu Samad, Lam Yalid Walam Yulad Walam Yakul Lahu Kufuwan Ahad, bringing you that breakdown of the one. Say He, Allah, is one. Trying to bring you into the oneness of the Most High Creator by minding your mind, by constantly and repetitiously putting in these scriptures in your head so you will understand and be in discernment between what is good and what is bad, what is positive and what is negative. Mind your mind. In closing, I want to go into the vowels of this saying. The vowels in the Pythagorean system adds up to a number 23, which is a 5. And in the Chaldean system, the vowels, the A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. If you notice, I did not make this a vowel because at this, where this is at and where this is positioned, the word your is not a vowel, but O-U is still a vowel. Becomes a consonant then. And what's so funny, the consonants of this name, of this words in the Pythagorean system adds up to a number 38, which is an 11. But the vowels of this saying adds up to a number 11 in the in the Chaldean system. So 11 is consistent. 11 is consistent, but let's go to the vowels of the number 11, because 11 is a very significant master number. It is a symbol of new beginnings, as I wrote in my book, and the ability to be a master of wisdom and efficiency acquired during the past cycles from 1 to 10, according to specific studies. The number 11 is a master number and considered a doorway. So the inner meaning of these words, mind your mind, the internal, the soul urge, is for you to be open to the doorway to spiritual and the physical world. Mind your mind. Very important that you recognize that. So when you say words and say meanings and say sayings, even saying the word bootylicious has a numerical value, whether it's positive or negative, it has a numerical value. Bootylicious. Even if I wrote the words, all the single ladies, it has a vibration, both positive and negative. It has a vibration. And one day I might have to break that down and find out why some of y'all women are still single, listening to a married woman telling you to be single. Go figure that one out. Me and Phil Valentine are going to have to talk about that
on May 11th. I'm thinking him and I are going to talk about that on May 11th, because music, like I said, is a controller of our people's mind. And that's why I posed the question on the 19th, Malcolm X's birthday, my cousin Grace Jones' birthday, the day that Sam Greenleaf died, the one who wrote Spook Who Sat by the Door. Can natural men and women survive in the age of Aquarius? That's what we're going to talk about with Dr. Phil Valentine, with special guest co-host Dr. Angela Moten, an educator, a teacher. She's an educator and a teacher. And when I talk to her and ask her about the children there, she damn near say they hopeless. I'm like, God damn, they hopeless? They hopeless? And I said, no, there is always hope. I have to be optimistic, because even the word hope in the Chaldean system, the word hope leads with the number H, which is a 5. And 5 is the number of optimism, joy, and bringing positivity. So I have to tell her, I can't call them hopeless. I got to bring hopefulness to our children. She just had a grandchild. So that's a sign of hope, because maybe what she inundates that grandchild with will help the world later on in life. So our children are not hopeless. I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. Teach them well. Show them all the beauties they possessed inside. Give them a sense of pride. Make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how we used to. Yo, listen to that song, that Whitney Houston song. I decided long ago never to walk in anyone's shadow. If I fail, if I succeed, at least I believe as I believe. No matter what they say about me, they can't take away my dignity. You have to mind the mind of the children. Mind your mind of the children. Mind your mind. Mind their mind. Don't take away their dignity. Don't put them away. Don't give up on them. Don't give up on yourself in being able to teach them either. Guide them. Mind your mind. I love that song because I listen to songs to get the knowledge from the songs. And that's why on May the 3rd, I'm going to be teaching this. I want y'all all to tune in and share with people. I did it my way. Frank Sinatra and Paul Anka. Frank sung it. Paul Anka wrote it. Give thanks. From certain perspectives, they say both of them wrote it. It is what it is. But big up to Duke. Duke reminded me, and I like to go and I like researching. And yes, Paul Anka wrote it. But there's in some places they say both of them wrote it. It is what it is. But it's Frank Sinatra sung it. Duke reminded me that Paul Anka wrote it. Big up to Paul Anka, maybe wherever he is in the realms, wherever they are in the realms. Yes, and your mom should. And Angel, that is why you are where you are right now. That's why you're even listening to me. This is all synchronicity right now. It's all synchronicity. Your mom used to sing and make y'all sing this, and guess what? It just downloaded in my soul to remind myself, because I used to sing it all the time. I love Whitney Houston when she did it. I think it was written by was it written by George Benson or something? I can't remember who wrote that song. One of them, Greatest Love of All. Is inside of you. The greatest love of all is inside of you. That's why you got to mind your mind, because your mind brings out the essence of what's inside of you. Very beautiful song, Holly Hammond. Very beautiful song. I think I sang that at a graduation one time. I think my graduation one time years ago. That's the song we had to sing. Then we had to sing another song called Tomorrow, Tomorrow, I Love You Tomorrow, always a day away. I sang that song too. Sang that song. And all of them are good songs when you start listening to the essence of what they was writing back in the day. You learn all the lessons. That's why when I listened to that Frank Sinatra song, I was crying on the bus and I did not even know why I was crying because, and and like I said before on my live, I said, yo, the ending of the Raymond Reddington series with Blacklist, they sang that song in Spanish. And it's like I understood the whole words because I understood the song, that he did it his way. And that's how I want to go out. I want to go out in my way. I'm not going out by nobody shooting me, nobody stabbing me, nobody killing me. I'm going out in my sleep. That's how I'm going to go out. And I affirm that. That's how I'm going to go out because I almost went out twice in my sleep. I already know I'm going to go out one day in my sleep. I know this because I'm affirming it. I'm minding my mind to do it. Go out in my sleep like my grandfather did. Went out in his sleep, peaceful at 103. I might not want to reach up that old. I don't want nobody wiping my ass and none of that. I don't want nobody children. No, I don't want nobody watching over me. I want to go out when I'm in my prime, going into 60s or 70s and like, yo, you know, there it is. I did it my way. I'm good with that. Even if it's 80s and I'm still strong and doing it, I want to do it my way. Montu, Law, Bob Law's wife, died in 82. She went in her sleep peacefully. I love that. Interesting, though. Interesting about that. She transitioned at 82, and she was born on the 6th. In numerology, 8 and 2 equals 10, which is a 1. She being born on the 6th, 6 is one of the challenging numbers to the number 1. So one thing is sure, from my perspective, it might not be from any other numerologist perspective. My perspective, you're going to either transition in your challenge under your challenge numbers, you're going to transition under your challenge numbers, or in one of your challenge cycles, or in a critical cycle, or you either transition in after a health cycle. Usually your health cycles are the 2, 4, 6, 8, and sometimes 9. So the even numbers, the 1, 3, 5, and 7, those are the transitional numbers where you're transitioning from one state of health or one state of being to another state. I've seen that numerous times in my studies and in my cross references when it comes to numbers and human beings. So when you come to me for a session, I'm not here to tell you when you're going to die. I want y'all to be very clear. There are books. I got books for numerologists and astrologers that has done it. I have books, but that is not my premise. That is not my mission. I want to help you stay motivated while you're alive. That's why I call my form of numerology numerovation. That's why I call my form of numerology numerovation. All right, family, I've been up here long enough, and I do want to play a commercial that I just created for Brother Richard's show. So I'll be back on Brother Richard's show for the with my commercials. And Brother Rich got some big announcements coming up in the next couple of weeks, so look out for that. That's going to be big. I got some big announcements coming up in the next couple of weeks. That's going to be big. A lot of friends of mine that are writing and doing audiobooks and all that, they got some big things coming up in a couple of weeks. So I'm so proud of everybody, and everybody that are doing big things have done a numerovational session with me or do an astronumerology session with Lloyd. We're showing you that these things can work. So if you do want to book a session with me, I do have a short waiting list going into May. But if you're patient, it will be very helpful for you, my brothers and sisters. Believe me, it's well worth being patient for it. Be patient. You'll be all right. You know, be patient. You'll be all right. Be patient. Be all right. You know,
Be patient. Be all right. Very important that you recognize patience is a virtue, for real, for real. Patience is a virtue. So if you're going to come and you want to book a session with me, it's all right. Take your time. If you're not ready, it's all right. Some people some people think it's free because some people throw up their birthday. Some people text me just their name and birthday, but because they're watching something at that moment that probably was done, they think they're going to throw up their birthday. Like somebody recently threw up their birthday, and apparently they must have been caught a broadcast. And once I send them the details, because I'm going to send you the details, boom, they'll say no thanks. It's cool with me. It's because they thought they were going to get something quick right now. But what I do, what Lloyd Strayhorn does, from his perspective, what Jackie Levine does from her perspective, what Rebels Bay does from his perspective, what Brandon does from his perspective, Kaya does from her perspective, what Aquarius Maxim does from her perspective, what Nino Diamond does from their perspective, what you're doing from your perspective, if you're doing Cars and Tarot, Mama Ella, and all of them are doing from their perspective, is trying to help advise you so you can have a better navigational lifestyle in this realm. Because all of us use the GPS, but we're not using our own GPS. And that is the mother flipping problem. That is the mother flipping problem. That's the father flipping problem. We're not using our own GPS. We're not using it. And I'm not telling you that numerology or astrology and all these things or cosmophysics like Raku. I'm not telling you that this is the is all, the be all. At the end of the day, you don't have to use a god darn thing that we advise you to do. But I know for a fact, through my studies and research, that numbers work behind the scenes. Astrology works behind the scenes. Cardology works behind the scenes. Whether you believe in it or not, it works if you make it work. And if you don't want to use it to make it work to guide, I'm not telling you to go worship and pray to it. Never tell you that. You don't worship and pray to none of this stuff. You use it like a guidance system. Even while you're going to church, some of y'all going to church, y'all going to the mosque, y'all turn on your GPS. So you can get there in a faster way and get there and know how to navigate through the roads so you can get there. So just in case there's any obstruction, there's any destructive manner going, any police activities, that's what I try to show you. So you can get to where you got to get to in a more navigational and better way. That's all I'm trying to do. That is my job. That is my mission. That is one of my missions. Other than writing books and all that kind of stuff, that is my mission. So if you're not even able to donate, it's all right. But if you can go and get a book, that's a best donation you can have that you can get, because at least you get to read your brother's thoughts. And then I give you recommended reading in the back. I purposefully do that. I'm not ego driven to the point that I'm going to say I know it all. That's one of the problems I had with Brother Polite. A lot of times he never put recommended reading materials in the back of his book. Instead, he uses his book to refer to his book to refer to his book. Really? Why don't you tell him where you got it from? Why are you telling him what you're studying? He's put certain books. Dr. Yoke used to do the same thing. That's a student. Hey, it is what it is. And I'm mentioning that name for purposefully because you got to, and even if you're coming from the spiritual realm, it can be cross-referenced in the physical realm. A lot of things. Some might not feel that it is. Some people think, oh, I'm getting a download from here, download from there. If there's nothing new under the sun, then stop playing with us. Don't play the bull crap, because the same thing you're thinking, somebody already wrote about probably thousands of years. I got a book from 1809. What year is this book? Let me make sure. Not 18. This one is not 1809. This book is 1959. A lot of things we're saying is still relevant today in this book, The Science of Numerology Through the Laws of Vibration. It's still relevant.
I got a book in 18 that goes back to 1809, still relevant today. Am I going to not mention the book because I want to feel that I got all the knowledge and I know all the bull? That's bull crap. I'm not doing that. I'm going to give you a bibliography. I'm going to tell you to look it up for yourself. I'm going to tell you to research. And if it's a spiritual download, cross-reference it with something physical in this realm, because there's something you could Google that same thing will come up that you just thought about in the spiritual realm in your dreams. It will come up. That's why Google, like Dr. Africa says, is your friend, but you got to cross-reference after you Google, because sometimes they put a lot of disinformation out there. Stop playing. You could do you could do PayPal, sir. You don't have to do Cash App. It says PayPal, Cash App. PayPal is in Canada because I got a lot of clients in Canada, Montreal, Toronto, Winnipeg. You can PayPal. You don't have to do Cash App. You know, you can do PayPal. There's PayPal right here. PayPal right here. PayPal right there. You can use PayPal because I know PayPal is in Canada. Definitely know PayPal is in Canada. But thank you for the donation, Holly Hammett. 393. I like that. $9.39. I like that. Thank you very much for the donation. Thank you very much. On that note, family, I did it my way. I'm doing it my way. But I'm respectful of everybody else's way. Put it like that. I do it my way. Numerovation, I do it my way. Is it a new word? But it's a compilation of two words. Numero and vation. It's a new word. It is a new word. And I submitted it into the lexicon dictionary. The algorithms are building slowly but surely, but it is what it is. It's already in the urban dictionary. The algorithms are building slowly but surely, but it's all right. I'm patient. I'm not rushing nothing. I'm the tortoise, baby. I'm the tortoise. It's not how fast I'm gonna run. I'm about how much I can endure. I'm the tortoise. I'm all right. The tortoise and the hare. Y'all remember that story? The tortoise and the hare. I'm like Nipsey Hussle, baby. It's not the sprint, it's the marathon. Big up to the late great Nipsey Hussle. All my life, grinding all my life, sacrifice. Got to pay the price. All my life, grinding all my life. I'm grinding in my own way. That's why Billy is grinding, and he's an inspiration to me. Brother Rich is grinding. He's an inspiration to me. Abundance Child is grinding. She's even those that people like Dr. York was an inspiration. Imam Isa was an inspiration because he was grinding too, to build and all that and get land. Before all of the madness, Polite was grinding. Before all of the madness, it was grinding. I was there when that boy had only a one-bedroom apartment with 3 wives. All my life, grinding all my life, sacrifice, gotta pay the price. All my life, grinding all my life. I'm grinding. I'm gonna have to break down the numbers of grinding all my life. I'm gonna break down those numbers next. Got to pay the price, sacrifice. I'm gonna break down the word sacrifice and why you, me, all of us have to sacrifice. And sometimes in that sacrifice, your children might not want to talk to you. Your family might, your ex-girlfriend, your ex-wives might hate you and don't want to talk to you because you grind and you sacrificing. Even in the club life, I was sacrificing memorable times with my children because I'm there trying to grind and trying to figure this thing out because I wasn't taught from young financial literacy. I didn't have a father. He was in and out of my life. So I was just learning on the way. And you got to either forgive me or get the hell away from me because I forgive myself already. And the important parts of minding your mind or being mindful of what you put in your mind is forgiveness. Forgive you. And I'm talking to you people that might have people around you that may not forgive you for the past or what your mommy did or your daddy did. Forgiveness is the highest form of healing. Say that again for the people in the back of the mathematical universe. Forgiveness is the highest form of healing. That's why I love what Dr. B shared with us. I forgive myself.
my family, and others for imperfection. And I am thankful for my life because every time I get up and be able to breathe air the next day, I can always reorganize and realign my life. And I might try to reach out to one of my daughters who might not be talking to me and all that, and she might not call me back. But know that I'm praying for her. I'm meditating with her. I'm not taking nothing hard on my heart no more. That's why my gray hair, and I wish I could show it to you on this side right here. Yo, my gray hair is one of my gray hairs is converting back to red and going back to black again because I'm not stressed and I'm not going to do any coloring when it comes. I'm not doing all of that. I'm not trying to stay relevant. Like Star said from Star Report, I want to be a factor. I don't want to be relevant because relevant only has a limited time. But if you're a factor in life, that factor will carry out for the rest of your time, for the rest of your days, for the rest of the centuries, for the rest of I want to be a factor. I don't want to be relevant. That's why this is King Simon Presents. That's why this is called King Simon Presents Only Quality People. I'm not looking for quantity. I'm looking for quality. If you share, beautiful. If you don't share, it's all right. It's beautiful too. It's all right with me. I'm good. Because I get people that spend money. Yo, the residuals come in. Because I'm grinding all my life. I've been grinding. People know me from the entertainment world, singing, writing, all that. I've been grinding. I grind at my own pace. Grind at my own pace. I grind under my own numerovational experience, and that's what I wish for all of you to be able to grind at your own numerovational perspective and numerovational experience, because numbers are here to guide, not control. I'm always going to tell you that. You are not the number. You are born connected to the frequency that can guide you in this realm until you're ready to leave this realm. Period. No stress. No stress. So I don't let relationships and people like that stress me out no more. When I used to be getting into controversy with women and all that kind of stuff, because I was a womanizer and I had 7 women for 7 days of the week, each one born under a different birthday, I knew how to handle them back in the day. Because I knew their numbers. I knew their signs. I was more zodiac at that time. I knew what I needed in my life and what I don't need in my life. I know who's a problem and who's not a problem. I know how to use and not be used, because like Sister Soldier said, if you're not being used, you're useless, because the universe uses everything. So all of us are being used. Whether you're being used positively or negatively, it's up to you what you want to be used as. So either you're going to be used or be useless. I let the universe use me with these numbers, baby. Use me, baby. Use me. I let the universe use me. I let it download and the uploads. I got my dreams be telling me all kinds of this dream this morning. My goodness. I had so many multitudes of dreams, but they was all fun. They was all joyous. They was all inspirational. So I knew I woke up good. I did 100. I did my push-ups, 150 push-ups here, doing my stretching, my yoga, my little kicks, holding out my legs, making sure my legs get back in strength. So when I kick, boom, it's going, boom, I hold it right there in your face and then pull it back. I'm developing my leg, so I was able to keep my leg out and bring it back slowly. I'm practicing that again, because sometimes you lax, you slip up. Oh no, 57, baby, we getting it in. I'm gonna go out in the backyard and go breathe some air and lay in the grass and chill after this, because today is one of my day off. I don't do no sessions on Wednesday. I don't do sessions on Saturday. I don't do sessions on Sunday, because those are usually more of my family days or my cleanup days. I'm cleaning up the house. I like to clean. People that know me, I'm Mr. Clean, baby. All right? So without any further ado, let me get on out of here. I love and respect each and every one. Grinding on my life,
Hustle, pay the price. You're right. That's exactly what you're supposed to say. But I done made up something else. But I'll be grinding. You know what I'm saying? Hustle, pay the price. That's right. That's the song. I'll be listening to Shay Shay, Club Shay Shay, or Shannon Sharp. Boy, he born the same day as Dr. York. Shannon Sharp is born the same day as Dr. York. And so Steve Stout is born the same day as Dr. York, June 26th. Both of them are born the same day. Michael Baisden is born on that day too. Same day as Dr. York, Imam Isa. Hey, and my life path is a number 8 also. So I know why I can be attracted and pulled towards those 8 energies. Whether 17, 8, or whether it's 8, 17, or 26, I'm pulled towards those energy. Whether you're born in the 8th month or whatever, I'm pulled towards those energy to listen very attentively about what they're saying and pick up on what they're saying and what they're doing. So I'm learning from Mr. Sharp. I'm just not doing what Mr. Sharp is doing. I learned from Mr. Stout, but I'm not doing. I learned from Dr. York, but I'm not doing exactly the same. But I've learned over the years about these different papers. But Brother Polite was born on in the 8th month, on the 10th. So I'm a number 1. So I was definitely pulled towards him, especially when the elders came to me and said, give this man a chance, give this young man a chance. And I love give young people the chance. I didn't know what he was going to turn out to be later on. But Dr. York was given a chance by Sheikh Dawood back in the day. You got to remember, everybody that came into this consciousness was given a chance when they were young. And if their power became corruptible over the years, that's not our fault as promoters, because out of the goodness of my heart, I put people in front of people, great elders, to speak because I seen potential in them. I seen it. That's why when you hear me announce people, y'all ever been at a show when I'm announcing, whether it's a reggae show or a soca show or a conscious show, I give it all. I give them my all energy because I believe in what you're about to come and teach the people. I may not know your internals because I'm not a mind reader. I'm a numbers reader. I'm not a mind reader. And the numbers do say that they can go down that negative road or can stay on the positive road, but we got to give people the benefit of the doubt all the time, especially in these consciousness and these. That's why my saying is not about being part of the conscious community. I'm not part of any conscious community. The new saying that I'm saying, we am a part of the conscientious community. That's my saying. We are a part of the conscientious community, because conscientious says wishing to do what is right in our community. And yes, I give young people a blight. I give young speakers a blight. I give young musicians. I've had young entertainment. I was there when Luciano, the reggae artist, opened up for Kirpatan the first time as an opening act in New York City in 1995, December 7th. I was one of the promoters for that show, alongside Sister Kafunya and SOB. We promoted that show. Kirpatan was the main act, and he was sick. He had the flu that day. David Levy was the MC, but Luciano, everybody was waiting for Luciano to come to town, the reggae artist. Lord, give me strength to praise another day. Carry my heavy load. Give me strength, oh Jah, to carry on. Luciano was coming in with that album. Oh, that was the album that he was coming with. Lord, give me strength. I was there when he opened up as an opening act, a young man, new beginning, new performance, new things, doing his thing. He's born October the 20th, Luciano. Kirpatan is born April the 13th. Big up to all of them in the reggae world that I've had. But like I said, I'm a part of the conscientious community. And I want all of you to join me in being part of that conscientious. Look up what the word conscientious means. I'm not talking about conscious. Because conscious only means being aware. And like I always say, a cockroach is aware of their surroundings also. Conscientious means wishing to do what is right. Wishing to do what is right. And I'm not wishing on no goddamn star, because I already know who I am. Wishing on a star. I'm not wishing on no stars. So everybody that want to be a star of this, a star of that, I'm not trying to be nobody's star. I'm not trying to be nobody's leader. I am just your brother that's providing enough information that's being uploaded and downloaded through me, through my own studies, my own research, my own, just trying to help you out and just trying to leave something behind before I get off of this planet. I'm just trying to leave something behind. I'm just trying to leave something behind before I get off of this planet. That's it. And that's what I implore, and that's what I want for all of you conscientious community people that want to do things right. I want y'all to leave something on this planet. Do not on this planet. There's an old saying, the world needs your unique gifts. Don't leave with them still inside of you. All right? Promise yourself that. Don't promise me. Promise yourself that you will reveal your individual gift, your book, your art, whatever it is. Promise yourself that you will mind your mind, because if you mind your mind, your behind will follow emotionally, spiritually, physically, and mentally. On that note, family, have a great day, afternoon, or evening. I am blessed. I am blessed to be in front of you, and you are blessed to be on the channel with me. And remember, share, like, subscribe, donate if you can. If you can't donate through Cash App or PayPal, you buy a book. Buy a book, buy a present. Buy any one of my books as a present or gift. The children's books is there. I got books for children too. Got another children's book about to come out. Audio book is about to come out. So again, family, if you want to book a session with me, my waiting list is into May, about to go into June. You can text me your full name and date of birth to 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. My books are available on Amazon, or you can go to my Linktree /King Simon the Numerator audiobook. We're going to be finishing up the editing very soon, so look out for that. And the new children's book is coming out. Let We Tell the Story, based off of my reggae song called Black and White Story. Shout out to Lloyd Strayhorn. Make sure you support the elder, my brother, Lloyd-Strayhorn.com. Hit him up. He also does palm reading too, so he can read your palm and also do your astronumerology if you want to deal with that. There's a lot of revealing stuff in your hands. Big up to Carrie Ann Ingram, my partner in Vibes, on Wednesday from out of Toronto. Her and I should be getting on later on this afternoon, about 8 o'clock. Do a session with her. Do a distant Reiki energy healing with her also, and also get her materials, her jewelry, her healing jewelry collection by CarrieAnnIngram.com. Also hit up my son if you are in New York in the tri-state area and you're looking for some good beat making, photo shooting, audio recording, mixing, mastering, whatever. Book them through Green Studio NYC. And do remember, tonight we're on May 3rd and 4th, tribute to Grandmaster Bill McLeod, 80th birthday, May 3rd and May 4th. His birthday is May the 8th. Mfundishi is coming to Nicholas, Brooklyn on May the 11th. And don't forget, May 18th, Billy Carson and his wife will be in town for the premiere of their new movie called The Anunnaki. And Dr. Phil Valentine will be on with me on Malcolm X's birthday, Grace Jones' birthday on May the 19th. And your early bird tickets for this double event in Stone Mountain Village, boom, starts July 1st. Tribute to Dr. Dick Gregory, Baba Dick Gregory, and of course, salute to our ancient ancestors with Baba Ashra Kwesi. Flyers will be on the streets very soon in New York and in Georgia. And of course, we're going to be online all over the place, Brother Richard's show and everybody else. So we're definitely going to make it happen. All right.
I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh and speak some knowledge, the kind of knowledge you will not find in college. Comes this time we have to say, be rich, mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally. Be rich, be rich, be rich. Mind your mind. Take care, be safe, be great, and stay numerovated. Thank you. Content disclaimer. The views, comments, and opinions expressed by guest speakers or authors on this YouTube channel do not necessarily reflect or represent the views and opinions held by this channel's broadcasters and its sponsors. Parental guidance is advised. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of Copyright Act of 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teachers, scholarship, education, and research. For fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringed. Numerovation with King Simon. Text me now at 347-496-1022. You could also take my course if you want to, but do text me for your sessions at 347-496-1022. You could also get my books on Amazon at Linktree/King Simon the Numerovator. Remember, you can book your session and get it done right now. 347-496-1022. That's 347-496-1022. King Simon the Numerovator.
King Simon, I love him. He's family, and he has one of the top shows on the Forbidden Knowledge TV network, actually. Right. So make sure you guys check that out if you haven't.
Yeah, this show is called, it was really based on Numerovation. It's a numerology show, and it's called How to Calculate Your Destiny. Yes. By King Simon. He's the host of the show. The show has done so well, we're now getting ready to start working on filming season 2. All right, so King Simon, one of the top shows on Forbidden Knowledge TV, streaming TV platform.
So remember, our job as studiers of these metaphysical, esoteric knowledge is to help enhance people to be better. I, as a numerator, using the numbers, or quote-unquote numerals, and motivation to get people to understand why they need to activate their numbers to be their very best self and maximize it. Because the numerals hold a frequency. And if you're willing to turn up that frequency, then that frequency can help to guide you and navigate you to a higher height that will allow you to spiral to be your best self. We must remember that.